Did you know that living near power plants, especially fossil fuel and natural gas facilities, is not just an environmental issue? It's a public health issue, and the scientific evidence is increasingly clear. Multiple peer-reviewed studies show that people living close to fuel-fired power plants face higher health risks. For example, a large epidemiological study found that residents in areas with power plants had significantly higher hospitalization rates for asthma, respiratory infections, and chronic lung disease, even after controlling for income, age, and other factors. What's important here is that natural gas plants are understudied, but they emit many of the same pollutants as other fossil fuel sources. That means the risks are plausible and likely underestimated. And yet, despite this growing body of evidence, policy responses remain inconsistent. On March 26, 2026, both liberal and conservative representatives voted down Bill 23, legislation that could have strengthened protections related to development and environmental oversight. Research on birth outcomes tells a similar story. A study found that living closer to power plants increases the likelihood of preterm birth and low birth weight. These risks are linked to exposure to fine particulate matter, PM2.5, one of the most harmful forms of air pollution. Even around natural gas plants, which are often considered cleaner, recent research shows elevated levels of particulate matter associated with respiratory and cardiovascular risks. This raises a critical question. If we know the risks, why are we not acting on them? Because at the intersection of science, policy, and public health, inaction isn't neutral. It has consequences for real communities and real lives. If you believe, like we do, that your health should be a right protected under the law, contact your MLA. Tell them that voting down Bill 23 is not acceptable. Because your health is not a privilege, it's a right.